Get over that bubble there on the glass.
That is legitimately an imperfection in the glass.
I love it.
Yeah.
Have you ever had like a bottle that's like imperfected or anything? So I'll tell you my favorite one. I don't have it anymore, and I'm sad I don't have it. I had an Old Forester 150th.
Yeah.
And it was double, or it had like its standard labels, and then it was labeled again. So it's almost like it got spinned in the label machine.
Yeah.
Like twice.
Well, the only other one is that double medallion that Silver Dollar did.
Yeah, but that was just wrong stickers.
I know, right? But they put this. They did the sticker on it wrong,
and
or
it doubled the value.
Yeah. So anyway, all right. Welcome back to another edition of Bourbon Kingdom. I'm David,
And I'm Zach.
and today we are reviewing Discovery 9 from Bardstown.
Now, we always talk about this. It's one of my favorite series out there.
It is a good series.
In all of bourbon. You know, I'm passionate about it. I think I would joke around with some people, like there's certain things I liked more than others whenever, you know, people kind of like found it and blah, blah, blah. I feel like Discovery was mine. Like, I was liking it way before most people like liked it and said it was cool.
Even if it wasn't yours, we'll just call it yours. Because we have our own channel and we can do that.
That's true.
So
go ahead and leave in the comments below if you have a brand that you like right now. Is that a good one?
Man, it just a great smell just came in. Like, very rarely does a bourbon open and you don't even have to stick your nose to it.
Go ahead and leave in the
awesome.
comments below if you have a certain brand that people are sleeping on right now, or that you're just really hyped up about that you don't feel like enough people.
And he was really stoked about it because he called me Friday and said, "Hey, I need you to go to Discovery. I need you to go to Bardstown because Discovery drops tomorrow."
Pretty much, I couldn't make it there reasonably, so I was like, "Hey, you live like 20 minutes away. Go get it." He's like, "Fine, I'll go get it."
And I did.
You did. Man, that thing is intense.
I told you.
Good night.
Told you.
That is intense. Whew. But I've actually been super pumped about this release. The main catalyst for all of this, I watched Fred Minnick's review on it, and where he was like, "It's already better." And I was like, "Are you sure you're not talking about 8?" And then like I kept going back. No, he's talking about 9. He had the sample of 9 before anybody else did. So I have been super excited about that. And I'm also really interested. We were talking about this. So just go ahead and break down the mash bill really quick. I am interested because they picked Georgia as the base. Well, somebody did. Whoever made this
whoever
at Bardstown. So that is very interesting because there's not a lot of Georgia out there that you can think of. But
yeah. Ooh.
Also, I know I was talking about comments below on that. Hit the subscribe, like, notifications, all that fun stuff.
Ooh, that's very interesting.
So honestly, I felt like whenever that was hitting in the nose, that intensity, it felt like a plum/cranberry kind of like nose on there, just real dark.
It was definitely very fruity on that.
Almost like maybe a smidge of grape.
I'd tell you what else you kind of get in there. Is that the citrusy kind of orangey.
Mm-hmm.
Like once you stick your nose down in there. Yeah, she's a fine smelling lady.
She's also not toasted like the last one was.
Yeah,
remember how the last one was?
Yeah.
Makes me wonder then why they toasted that one.
It almost has.
It would help probably if we were prepared.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of vanilla on there.
But that I think you're right though. I think that plums really stands out in that. The plum with the little bit of, seems weird, but it seems cedary. Kind of has like a spring. It kind of has like spring notes to it, but it's hard to describe. Ooh, right there I just got like a little chocolate. Yeah, that's
also forgot to say 112.5 proof on this.
That's a
good proof.
It is a good proof. I'm a fan of that.
I like that. I dig that a lot.
The vanilla's really strong on it.
There's a lot of traditional bourbon notes on this.
Yeah.
Strong oak, strong vanilla.
It stays with you too. That 100 for 112 proof, that's got a
finish.
It's got a really.
It's not
finish.
like intense. I wouldn't say it's quite like a strong Kentucky hug.
No.
And that's good.
It's like a Kentucky side hug.
That side chick side hug.
Yeah. Listen, I do want to hug you, but it's not appropriate to hug you. So I'm gonna.
Yeah. So we got to do like the shoulder thing.
Yeah. Those are my youth ministry days coming out then.
Man, I still can't get away from that plum. That plum note is almost like a dominant note.
It is on the nose, very much so.
Yeah.
But like it's not like it.
No, it's not on the palate.
It's not on the palate at all. There's, like a cinnamony candy in that to me. The vanilla and cinnamon are really prevalent on that. And then the finish, like I'm still. It coats and kind of stays with you, man. But there's nothing like.
There's almost like an orange cake note. There's like an orange cake with like sliced up like dark fruit on there. Because that vanilla mixes in there really well.
I've never had orange cake, but I could see where you're coming from with that. Like
I think I had it at my wedding.
I may or may not have gotten a piece of cake at your wedding.
I had like 6 different types of cakes at the wedding. It was a great time. It coats really well too.
Yes.
There's also like a really nice and I don't know how to describe it without it sounding terrible, but there's like a really like fresh wood note to it, but it's not. But it's nice. It's almost like you're kind of like, but it's not like a lumberyard kind of like smell. Like whenever you're walking like fresh like lumber or something. I don't know how. It's hard to describe. Overall, I really like it. I don't know if I like it more than 8. What I would like to do, probably have a couple more pours out of this. Let's see what it looks like in the next couple weeks.
We'll bring the 7. We'll do the 7, 8,
do
9.
the 7, 8, and 9. Yeah, I think that would be good. But as a fresh crack, that's really, really good. I enjoy that.
The only disappointment is to me is there's nothing. I feel like it all just kind of melds together on the finish. Even though I like the heat on the finish and it kind of stays with you, but I don't feel like there's anything like I don't feel like you can pinpoint anything in that finish that stands out, which is maybe good, but I like to have a note that kind of stays with you. Like sometimes there's that tobacco note on the finish that drives you and kind of stays with you a little bit, or even an oaky finish that's deep in there. But it's not bad. I just
to me, I feel like it flows really well together. Like we won't say which one because the review hasn't came out yet, but we just reviewed a bourbon that was not very well put together, or that we felt like was not very well put together. Yeah. This, I feel, is balanced and well put together. I do agree where you sit there and you're looking at like what makes this like pop and stand out. I don't know if it has that, but I want to see what it looks like once it's been opened up and taken a few more pours out and stuff like that. Yeah, like
the palate, I really like I like the cinnamon and the vanilla in that, and I like it, but it's just, and don't get me wrong, I like the finish. I just don't, like there's nothing that just goes, boom, here it is. Like the vanilla stays strong in there on the finish, or it's just kind of like a good long finish down your throat. So
what do you think? I think it's a buy. How much we got this for? 148.
With tax, it was 148.39 or something like that.
So,
I mean, I think if you're a Bardstown Discovery Series fan, and you generally like those, I think you're going to like this. I think it stays within that Discovery Series like mindset, and so you're gonna want to have it, because if you're a Bardstown fan, you're gonna want to have it.
I also really like this because it's very different than 8.
Yes, it is very different.
Now I know some of that's because it's toasted. I like it. I think it's a buy for sure.
Yeah.
So
I hope you do, because you already bought it.
True.
So that is the way it is. So, well, till next time, we'll see you.
We'll see you.